We are already streaming live. Hello. Welcome to the Digital Rainmakers broadcast. Getting myself situated. Sharing my screen. Okay. All right, hello and welcome to Digital Rainmakers. This is a little live broadcast series that I'm doing leading up to the launch and the publication and the promotion of my book with the same name, Digital Rainmakers. And I this is actually the second of these that I've done. I did the last one last week, so you may have caught the live, the replay, streaming to my LinkedIn page, some Facebook groups. And then we also published it to the podcast. So let me know if you caught the first episode of this. We're now we're in week 2, and I shared that the Digital Rainmakers is it's a book that I'm launching where there's seven chapters of the book, all about how to get your digital life organized as a path to better conversions, less headaches, less frustration, just a more profitable, systemized, organized business. And in my business where I work with a lot of clients in the home business industry. Some older people, right, and however, not just people that are not just people in the older generations, right? Because I've seen a lot of very unorganized people in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s, right? However, this affliction does seem to affect baby boomers, probably predominantly, right? But like I said, I've seen a lot of a lot of people that have a lot of digital challenges in their life, which leads to just a lot of frustration, a lot of headaches, and it leads to it really hinders their ability to be as effective as they can be, and hinders their ability to grow and to reach their full potential in the digital age, right? So the book is all about making your life easier with technology and just understanding a few simple things that can really help. Okay, so that's a little bit about what the book is, what the Digital Rainmakers series is, and today I'm going to be talking about it's one of the 7 chapters of the book, which is the what, the how, and the who of your business. And when a mentor shared this with me, it was eye-opening, right? And it created a lot of clarity in my business, which then resulted in a lot more growth. And it was like the blinders were lifted, like a clear path was then made for me. And I hope to do the same for you on this broadcast. Okay. So real quick, this my company is Digital Upline. My name's Adam Chandler. I'm the creator of Digital Upline. I'm the author of the Digital Enrollment Machine, which you can find on Amazon. We've got the Digital Upline podcast, which you can find on Spotify or iTunes or any of those music services or audio services. And then we also we've done all kinds of events, and I've taught thousands of students how to make their life easier, how to make their businesses more profitable with digital marketing through courses, coaching programs, and live events over the years. Okay, now let's get into the what, the how, and the who of your business. And if you start to break your business down into these 3 categories, I'm telling you, it can create clarity, and it can create that path that it did for me when a mentor once shared this with me, and I hope that it does the same for you. Okay, so let's start with the what, right? The what is what you're offering, right? It's your product, your company, your compensation plan if you're in the home business industry, your offer, right? That is all the what of your business, right? And if you don't have the what figured out, right, then I'm probably not your guy, right? But if you've got the what of the business, locked down, like you are clear that this is what you want to promote, right? And you just need, the other elements that I'm going to give you some pointers as to how to make them all really flow together. Because in my experience, a lot of people, they have the what, down pretty well, but they're definitely missing quite a bit when it comes to the how, right? The process, which I'll get more into, and then the who. And I would actually say that if there was an order to this, I probably should have put the who in the middle, because that's kind of the progression. It's like, first you get clear on the what, then you get clear on the who, then you get clear on the how, right? And a lot of people, if they flip that, they maybe they even have a good system in place. They've got good processes. That's the how, right? And here, I'll just go through this list, right? The who is the people that make up, the business, not just the internal team, right? But your traffic, your audiences, your leads, your prospects, your customers, your clients, right? That all falls into the category of the who. Okay. And in my experience, a lot of people, they focus too much on the what and the how without paying that much attention to, okay, who is this for? Right. So whenever I get on a coaching call with somebody and I'm like, who's your target audience? And they say, this thing's great for everybody. Right. I'm like, I kind of cringe a little bit. Right. And I don't tell them what's going on in my mind. Right. I ask questions to get them thinking kind of in that direction. Right. But it's something where I can tell, I could basically predict somebody's income just by asking them a few questions about what they're promoting, how they're promoting it, and who they're promoting it to, right? Because this stuff is so fundamental, it's so critical. And the people that are crushing it, they have this stuff figured out, right? And the people that are not crushing it, and the people that are, that are struggling, they have some major, major gaps when it comes to the how and the who. Everybody's pretty much got the what figured out. They know what they're offering. They just don't know how to offer it effectively, right? Especially online. Like, maybe I also work with a lot of people that that have done extremely well in business. I mean, network marketers that are they're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, right? Maybe not, or they were at one point. Right. But then when things shifted, when things shifted with COVID and everything came online, right now they've got some major gaps here. And those people would be very, can also glean a lot from this, right? Because the how that worked, in the 1990s is not going to be the same how that's going to work, in 2022. It's just not. Right. Okay. So let's get into what I mean by the how, right? The how is the systems, the processes that make up your business, right? Your lead generation systems, your selling process, right? And another way of saying this, okay, there's 3 P's. The what is your proposition, the how are your prospects, and the who is your prospects, and the how is your process. Guys, let me know if you're already getting some value from this. If you're digging this content so far, please let me know. I would appreciate it. Just drop something in the comment. If you have any questions, also let me know in the comments. And after this live, I will go through and answer any questions. Okay, so you got the process, the prospects, and then the proposition. Okay, so a lot of times, right? People, they've got the what figured out. Sometimes they even have the who figured out. They're like, I know that this is who I'm going after. These are my target audiences. It's stay-at-home moms. It's, burnt out corporate executives, right? And that's good. Like, if you can get that specific, then that's good. But I would actually, even if you have that part, I would say get even more specific to like, like not just the demographics, right? Like their job, their family, are they married? Are they, do they have kids, right? That's all demographics. But you also want to get into the psychographics. Like, what are their desires? What are their challenges? What are the questions and the thoughts that keep them lying awake at night. That's when you really, that kind of deep work into the who of your business can make all kinds of it can open all kinds of doors and can really help you to communicate in a different way to your prospects that can really help you to stand out from the crowd and cut through all the other noise. And that is really what you want to go after. I've had people comment on my Facebook ads before and have said, I've just from reading one of my Facebook ads, they're like, are you like a fly on my wall? They're like, I feel like you like, know me intimately because I'm I get so into like the real specific details of this that I can then write in a way where people think it's like almost eerie. Like I feel like you're like in my room, in my office, like watching me, right? Or you're like reading my diary or something like that. Because that's really kind of where you want to get with your prospects. Now, the how, right? I mean, we all need better, we all need to improve the systems in our business, right? The systems for lead generation, the systems for client acquisition, for customer acquisition, right? But then there's other systems for managing the contacts and the businesses and in the business and the clients that you have, right? We've got a system called the Digital Copilot, right? I'm gonna share a little bit about that system because it can really help in terms of the how and the who. Again, not so much the what, but if you've got big gaps in the other two, right, your process and your prospects, right, then the Digital Copilot is a system with like 19 other systems built into it, right? So it's a system for lead generation. It's a system for booking prospects on your calendar, right? It's a system for contact management, for managing the contacts that you have, and for managing the customers, the clients, the team members that you already have, right? And we all have room to improve in these areas, and we can all benefit from better systems that are built for today's day and age, right? I talk to people all the time that are they're still using very, very outdated methods for organizing their contacts, right? They're still using Rolodexes and physical calendars, and I use notepads, and I do a lot of a lot of stuff on, like, I really enjoy like physically writing. I've got a pen in my hand right now, but I'm telling you, like, managing your contacts in an online CRM system, if you're not already doing that, then you're missing out. Having people like tracking leads through stages of a process, right, where you can prioritize your follow-up based on where your contacts are at in that process. It can make a tremendous difference, not only in your sales conversions and your ability to it's not just about taking a lead and turning them into a sale. It's about taking a sale and turning it into a long-term customer, somebody who buys on a recurring basis, or they buy higher ticket services from you, right? So that's like a customer ascension campaign, right? But it's not just about converting sales or ascending customers. It's about building relationships, but it's also about saving time, right? Using technology, using systems to save you time so that you can get your life back. And that's why I'm writing this book, right? That's the theme of the Digital Rainmakers and why I'm doing this series. And if you think that's cool, if you're tracking with me on this, if you're digging this content, if you want a copy of the book, it's not even going to be ready until like September anyway. So you can't even buy it right now if you wanted to. But that's really what this is all about, because I see a lot of people struggling with this stuff, not just managing their contacts and not just having a lot of doubt and a lot of like, what's the opposite of clarity? They are very unclear about how to create this path, right, for themselves and for their prospects and for their team members. And if you can get this in place, then it creates a highway. It takes the dirt road that you're currently walking on, or that you're currently driving on, and it turns it into a highway. So again, if you think it's cool, if you're digging this content, if you want more stuff like this, leave me a comment below. I appreciate it. And that's where we're ending this Digital Rainmakers training for today. Happy Thursday. We'll see you out there.